Okay, hello. I am almost finished packing. You see little stuff here. All right, guys. I have to be the mom in the room, and sometimes I can't help that. I just can't. And here's the thing, I got to take on this, and I know people are going to disagree. They're going to say what they got to say. And you know what? God bless you. It is okay to disagree with me. I just want to share my thoughts, my opinion, and the way that I feel. And it is a-okay to say, girl, this ain't it. Totally respect it. Okay? But I want to take you on this little journey. Okay? Because I have had things happen in my life where forgiveness is hard. And when somebody does something to you that really stabs you in the heart, which is what happened with Tati, she felt like she was stabbed in the heart, okay? It is hard to forgive that. It is hard, even especially because she looked at him, as a child, as she had like a mother figure relationship with him. And I have had that with my children's friends, okay? And my kids have done some stuff like, but they're my children, I'm going to forgive them. But they're friends I have forgiven. But when somebody does something so painful to you that it just hurts deep in your core, okay? And you talk about it and you address it, all right? That's what we seen Tati do. Now we just seen James respond. And I'm going to tell you, my situations with my children and their friends is obviously very different because we're not rich and famous, okay? But the same scenario kind of applies. It just does. And I'm going to be blatantly honest. I really think James Charles is truly upset with himself. I don't think he came on and made this video because he's bleeding subscribers. I do really appreciate the fact that he said, I'm not going to play the victim. Tati told me not to do this with these boys. He gave her respect. He didn't come out sandblasting her. He didn't come out and say, but He didn't come out and say, you didn't have to do this publicly. He came out and he seemed very vulnerable. And no, I don't, it's not a Laura Lee. I don't even think it's like Laura Lee. And I said not too long ago on Twitter, I didn't think he should make an apology video, but to me, it wasn't an apology video style. You know what I mean? Like Laura Lee crying, I'm sorry guys, or whatever. This was more of a, you know what? I just really messed up, and I'm really owning the hell of it. And I love that he really genuinely said, I will mess up again. I will. And I think now he's recognizing at least his social media influence. I personally, just as a mom, you can kind of tell, and it doesn't even take a mom. I'm sorry. That's ignorant of me to say because some people aren't moms. I completely apologize. And I'm not editing it to fix that because I want to be as real can be. But as a person, you can some people can kind of just see right through the bullshit, and that to me just felt like, he really needed Tati to come out and say, dude, you are a monster. And I don't mean like, you know what I mean. And I think this big, huge reality slap on his face is something that he needed so damn desperately. And I give Tati all the credit and kudos in the world for doing what she did. Because maybe, just maybe, James can possibly humble down. Because, yeah, guys, he's bleeding subscribers. Of course he is. But he has 16 million. Do you really think his career is going to be over? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So he would have bounced back from this whether he made this video or not, to be perfectly honest. I'm just going to tell you how it is. Okay? Shit like this happens and then they bounce back. All right? It's completely normal. However, for Tati to come out and just give him that big, fat, giant reality slap in his face and say, dude, I really think, I think he felt the slap, guys. That's my opinion. I really think he felt that slap. He needed that slap. He needed that reality slap so bad. And nobody can say that they've never had a youngin' or whatever that has never needed that damn reality slap, because my kids are older and they still need reality slaps, okay? My oldest is 26, you know, Miranda's 23, you know, Justin's 25. And I just want to say they need those reality slaps even in their damn 20s. You know, they just do. And especially, I love that he addressed his mom. I love that he said, Mom, this is my battle. This is my fight. Don't get involved. I think that was very courageous of him to do, to be perfectly honest, because it is difficult as a parent not to want to say, "What'd you send my kid?" You know, it's hard. But his mom does need to realize, you know, he blooped and he needs to own it and he needs to fix it. He needs to put on them damn big boy pants and he needs to fix it. And I am really surprised, to be honest, that he made the video today. So I think he's feeling the pain. I sincerely feel that he's feeling the pain, and that dose of what Tati gave him was enough for him to kind of reel back and say, I really am being an asshole. I am also glad, I'm sorry, that he didn't address, because, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to see Tati's video, but I'm glad, at least for his platform, he did not address saying about the waiter and what he said with the waiter on that particular video. I mean, some people might, you know, clock him on it saying, how come you didn't talk about that? To be honest, I can understand why he didn't talk about that, because of his demographic. So that was very smart of him. That was actually a grown-up good decision not to talk about that particular situation. You know, that maybe someday, if him and Tati can at least move at least a little bit and talk, maybe, you know, that situation can be talked about in private, which it does need to be talked about in private. We don't need to hear any more of that. But I don't know if necessarily they'll be really good friends, but I know a lot of people are going to come out and they're going to say, James only did this because he's bleeding subscribers. I personally don't believe that. And I'm honest. I'm going to tell you like it is. And sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I got that gut feeling. And I like to go with my gut. And usually my gut's pretty good to me. Obviously, it's a big one. But no, seriously. I'm going with my gut. And I really think just by his demeanor in that video, like, it wasn't a Laura Lee scripted. It just wasn't like that. It was raw to me. It was raw, and normally, again, you can just kind of clock when someone's like, and you're like, whatever. And he even says, and that's okay. That's okay. So he's accepting it, and if he tanks, he's accepting it. But I'm so glad that he said, I can come with receipts, I can do this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be that type of person. And that is the adult that James needs to be, right there. To say, you know, I'm not going to retaliate against her. I'm not going to say, you know, drag out all these receipts. I'm going to own it, and I'm going to say, I hurt somebody that loved me, that cared about me, that did nothing but take me under their wing, and I'm a piece of crap for it. You know, so that is why I think a lot of it is very genuine, because he could have came at it at a different way, saying, you know, he could have, but he didn't. So I really, really, truly think, guys, again, a lot of people right now are pissed off with James Charles. They're going to be on the I hate James Charles train, and I totally get it. I understand, but, you know, just go with me on that journey and just think outside of the box for just a few minutes. You know, just think outside of that box and think of your own family squabbles. Think of your own family squabbles. You know, God bless every time. How many times is there a funeral and families fighting over the damn money? I mean, seriously, have you ever seen that? Or somebody's always fighting at a wedding, you know, but think of, or at a holiday or whatever. But think of your own family squabbles. It really is the same demographic. It is. There's always uncle that always fights with auntie, or cousin that always fights with this one. It just does. It happens. It kind of reminds me of a family squabble, and it really breaks my heart to see people that are hurt. Okay, and I get it. It's tea, it's drama, but the realness of the situation is people are hurt. And that's not good for anybody. It's really not. Whether, James can be a dick or not, no matter how you feel about Tati, I personally like Tati, but no matter how you feel about either one of them, nobody deserves to be hurt. I don't care. Nobody deserves to be hurt. Nobody deserves to be crushed. Nobody deserves to feel like they're not loved by somebody, by someone that they love so much. No one deserves to feel like that person doesn't love them back. So, to be honest as hell, guys, this is a very, very sad situation, and I give so much credit for Tati for giving James that big ass reality slap that he needed. And I really hope for James that, Tati yet again came to his rescue and helped him again, even though it was like this, even though this is what it took for her to, dryer going off, but even though this is what it genuinely took for him to actually listen and take her advice and for her to help him, in the end, Tati may have very well just helped him again. And that's the way that I feel about it. So please let me know in the comments about how you feel. And again, my perspective is going to be different. Everyone's going to have other things to say, and everybody has the right to their own opinion, guys. But nobody wants to see anybody hurt. At least I don't. So I love you all. And again, as always, thank you for taking 5 minutes, 5 moments, 5 seconds out of your time to watch any of my videos. And I love and respect you all. Kisses.